notes learning you might. Stones, classes, traits, and what to equip. Strategy melts, combos a hit. Teaching rookies on the streets, skill a bot will give you a hint. KARMAKAST, the greatest show. Hero rising in the swarm. Pixel art, alpha drops, charting paths and breaking norms. New players gather to learn, tactics sharp at every turn. Knowledge they all yearn, in the pit heroes they'll burn. Hosting fights, analyzing data through the night. The Sundered Islands realm in sight. If you take notes learning you might. KARMAKAST, the greatest show. Hero rising in the swarm. Pixel art, alpha drops, charting paths and breaking norms. New players gather to learn, tactics sharp at every turn. Knowledge they all yearn, in the pit heroes they'll burn. New players gather to learn, tactics sharp at every turn. Knowledge they learn, in the pit heroes they'll burn. Hosting fights, analyzing data through the night. The Sundered Islands realm in sight. If you take notes learning you might. KARMAKAST, the greatest show. Hero rising in the swarm. Pixel art, alpha drops, charting paths and breaking norms.
Welcome everybody to another amazing episode of KARMAKAST, the podcast where we talk everything DefiKingdoms. So, what's the point of today's live stream? First of all, I'm glad you're all here with me. I'm gonna share with you a link because today there's the opportunity, thanks to Donate Live, to claim some jewels airdrop. Actually, I've seen that there's still a lot of those that can be claimed. So guys, soon I'm gonna give you a link to do that. But what are we gonna talk about today? I've been inspired by a video from Max Meyer. Don't know if you know him. He's a guy who talks about mostly coins and crypto in general and share some of his strategies and stuff like that. And I was watching one of his videos and he was talking about a checklist that now he's using to understand if meme coin is a solid meme coin or not. And I realized actually that it's something that we can apply to our favorite game, DefiKingdoms. So I'm gonna go through this checklist. I'd like this to be some sort of conversation between all of us, and I'd like to make sure that this video that is gonna stay on YouTube is something that people can find to understand why we are so bullish on DefiKingdoms. But before doing that, I'm gonna, of course, brag about my new Mythic Squad hoodie, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. There's all the team here at the back. Super stoked about it, guys. I'm gonna give you a link to see where you can find it. We're starting to have a ton of new clothing for from Mythic Squad, and it's super cool. So welcome everybody again. Thank you Mark Cookie for being here. Kietil, thank you Renpen. I know the wolf is super cool, but the really cool character of all the video is of course Styx Intern. I'm trying to convince him to have a t-shirt with the Styx Intern Gunslinger, you know, with the gun and the bubble that bursts out. That would be so cool. My Christmas gift. If he gives me permission to make that, it's gonna be my Christmas gift, honestly. Um, so before doing everything while we wait for everyone to pop in the stream, I'm gonna, well, first of all, give you the link for donate live. I'm gonna pin it inside the chat. I believe should be this one. If it doesn't work, please let me know. I'm gonna give you the password in order to have the access to the claimable tokens by the end of the stream, actually by halfway through, when we're gonna have the usual commercial that people love more than the rest of the stream basically. And I'm gonna pop these summons a second. It's been quite of a weird week for me, guys. I done one of those bullshits that only a rookie usually does, and I've done it like an idiot. I was having trouble with the bridges, we all were. And in the attempt of going on Synapse Protocol, I went on a clone site of Synapse Protocol, and that led me to lose all the metis that I won with the raffles, basically. And it's been really, really a painful moment of my life, believe me. So what do we have here? A priest wizard, and let's see at the back. Let's see at the back. Absolutely nothing. There's a giant slayer in R1. Okay, fair enough. Happens. Let's open the remaining crystals. So, are you guys doing? Are you waiting for the hopefully soon release of Patrol? I believe that with Patrol we're gonna start to get a new class. If not simultaneously, I believe really soon. I'm so much hoping it's gonna be the wizard, because that's gonna make me step up my PvP game quite a lot, believe me. What do we have here? Dark Knight with one giant slayer. That's not bad at all. I like Dark Knights. Can't wait to have them. I still haven't got a proper PvP in Dark Knight, but I'm really working on that. So, what do we get here? What do we get here? A monk. It's always a monk in it, with absolutely nothing. Great 20 cents on the marketplace. Lately I'm keep summoning Last Stand and Giant Slayer heroes, and then consuming all of the summons. And then when they get to zero summon, I bring them to Crystal Well and simply put them in the pit. Their life is not gonna end up in the tavern, unfortunately. And at least until I have all the heroes that I want for PvP. Another common priest with nothing, absolutely nothing. There's a toxic in R1. Okay, fair enough. Also, GCL reached the 6th week of its existence. Guys, it's so cool having a proper league inside the game. I've seen a lot of crazy games going on, a lot of influence being used in the order of the millions of influence getting used every single day. And there's a days here, that's nice. But I'm gonna get to that in a bit with my checklist. Just wanna finish this summons a second. I don't know if you guys have been playing hunts lately. I'm having so much trouble in dealing with some of the bug hunts lately. I mean, since the last update has been like that for me. Really challenging to win more than 20-25 hunts a day, because it became super time consuming. differently from before. Before, when one small stone hadn't been nerfed, I used to make like what? 10, 15 hunts per hour was so easy. Oh, there's a giant slayer here. I like it. And still 3 summons. It's an Oh, I like the visual of this archer. It's really cool, actually. Fly runner, gold rock. Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna keep doing this stuff later. What I'm gonna do now is gonna start with this checklist. So, what was this guy talking about in his video? And I'm gonna pin this video here somewhere on the screen as soon as possible. Actually, when I'm gonna upload the video on YouTube. I see you're not having visual. Do you have video? Because I don't see it. I mean, I see it in the app, I don't see it here on YouTube. Guys, let me know in the comments if you're having the video or not. But what am I gonna talk about? Let me see if I can restore the video because I don't see it. Should be coming back. Okay, so it's just my YouTube that is getting fucked up. Okay, better YouTube fucked up than the whole stream, I believe. Okay, so what he was talking about? He was talking about a meme coin called Snack that he really likes, and he was talking about in the terms of I picked this meme coin because of this. I made this checklist of reasons why I like this meme coin, and that's why I picked it up. Um, I think I activated the webcam frame number 2 that we don't need. Okay, yes, it's that. So the checklist is composed of these points: utility, if it's likable, if it's something familiar, if it's attached to a great narrative, strong community, tokenomic, if it's safe from scams and hack, has past result, and has credibility. So what I would like to do is going through this checklist and prove that DefiKingdoms actually matches all of these. Now, I was seeing some discussions both on X and on the Italian DefiKingdoms Discord server, where people was complaining price action, not price action. Uh, First thing I'd like to say is that one thing that I love from about DefiKingdom is that the major earning from this game don't come from sitting on a bag of tokens, and that's something that I honestly love about the game. Uh, why? Because if I would have to sit on a bag of something and simply wait for it to explode and then sell, that wouldn't qualify to as play to earn for me. Something that I want to define play to earn is something where I actually, I know it sounds silly, but I actually play to earn. And I don't sit on a bag to earn. That would be trading basically, and I do that as well, poorly, but I do that as well. And honestly, if I would do that instead of playing to earn, I wouldn't play DeFi Kingdom. I would focus on projects that have quick, big movement. You get in, make money, get out, and that's it. Then go searching for another one. While I'm really stoked and focused on DeFi Kingdoms, probably because it's a game, and I actually love the way this game works. There's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of ways to earn in game, and when we talk about that, I want to show this on screen. This is a screen taken by Dragonfly Tales around a week ago. from the DApp stats from DefiKingdoms, from the whole ecosystem. And look at that volume of transactions. There's nearly 3 million volumes. I believe this is in 30 days. So in a month, there's been $3 million of transaction across the game. This means that in game there's a lot that is going on. The money is done in game doing the things that the game is supposed to do. I mean, playing it, buying and selling items, buying and selling heroes, PvP, how is it called, the I don't like to call them betting on the matches, but all the influence system and all the rewards given from that. I mean, there's a lot that goes on in DefiKingdoms that is not based on sitting on Jewel. Now, is Jewel gonna have a good price action in the future? I honestly believe so. Of course, as you all know, there's the usual disclaimer that every streamer does. This is not financial advice. Of course, I'm clearly the last person on the planet able to give financial advice to anybody. Um, but what I can say is that, of course, I believe Jewel is gonna have its run. Why? Because we know that the all-time might in last bull run has been crazy high compared to the point where we are now. I'm seeing the price action of Jewel right now. I actually wanna show it on screen a second. It's really moving quickly and it's moving in a really nice area, at least from what's my understanding, because I know that we have a resistance zone that goes around 15 to 17 cents, and we are smashing it at the moment, or at least we are traveling through it, and seems like we are ready to smash it. And with that season kicking in, I believe that we're gonna definitely smash that area of resistance. Once that happen, I believe we're gonna go straight away pretty high, not as high as the all-time high. I just need to find Jewel here in the list, which I can see. Jewel, it's here. Okay, exactly. This is a 15 minutes, not really understandable. Okay. So, I know that there's an area of resistance that goes around this between 15 and 17 cents, which is exactly where we're traveling now, no? We are exactly in this area. I believe that once we bounced off this area of resistance today when we hit the, what did we hit today? At a certain point we hit around 1850, which is already a lot to move up in a day. But I believe now we're gonna bounce on this area as I expected, and then I believe we're gonna bounce back up again from the 1550 cents. And from that moment, I believe personally that we're gonna simply see a major bounce up in this new area of the Fibonacci levels. I don't know if we're gonna smash through that straight away, but I know that from that moment, everything is gonna work out much differently. But again, yes, I own my jewels, I have my bag, but what really makes this game a good play to earn for me? First of all, utility. Jewel has got a huge amount of utilities, not a shitcoin in any possible way. You absolutely need it in order to do everything in the game. We will see the tokenomic in a minute, but first of all, we're gonna focus on the utility of Jewel. Jewel is what you need to buy heroes on Metis, is what you need to pay transaction on Crystal Veil. It's what you need to move liquidity among the realms. So if you want to go on Serendale, usually when I have to summon on Serendale, I simply bring there some jewels and then swap them for jade. I never own big bags of crystal or jade, even if I know that they can have a big movement in the future because they're sitting at a really low price. I know that the big move is gonna come from jewel. So I prefer keeping jewels, and then whenever I need it, I bring them around and I swap them. It's like the main currency of the game, and then each realm has got its own local currency that you use for everything you need. The second point of the checklist is it's dislikable. Well, first of all, it's a game. Everybody loves gaming, or at least most of the people in the crypto community always like gaming because it's mostly people of our generation. We all grew up with video games, so I believe that DeFi Kingdoms is highly likable. Why? Because it's a game that, first of all, is nostalgic, and it's not given just by the graphic, but by the way the game it works by itself. So yes, I believe this kind of project is highly likable from a big kind of audience. Then it's something familiar. Uh, Actually, it's something super familiar because DeFi Kingdoms mixes element that comes from a lot of games that we've been playing in our childhood and similar. It mixes stuff from Dungeons and Dragons. As you can see, all the classes are most likely the same classes that you get in Dungeons and Dragons. Mixes elements from Magic the Gathering, like the rarity of the cards, mixes elements from Final Fantasy. The combat engine, it's exactly the combat engine from Final Fantasy. Basically, you have all the same kind of commands, you have the same kind of systems. It's a pixel art game, so it recalls all those games like Pokemon, like like Zelda, all those games that we used to play when we were kids. Then, is it attached to a great narrative? I believe that DeFi Kingdom is attached to a great narrative, and you can see it from the fact that these guys have been developing this game in a bear market for the last 3 years and a half now. Has been around for a while. In the beginning, yes, it was mostly a bunch of liquidity pools, then a bunch of NFTs Gen Zero. Everything was stocked in price because, of course, as you know, when you get liquidity pools, you start to have people coming in, dropping liquidity, and then slowly you will see them collecting their money and going out. But still, the team didn't stop, even with all the crashes that we had along the way, even with the loss of economic power in the value of jewel and all that stuff, we remain there. So, is attached to a great narrative? I want to say it is. Then the next point is strong community. DeFi Kingdom has got an incredible community. There's a lot of competition in the game, but at the same time, there's a lot of friendly behaviors. We kinda all know each other, especially all the players who've been here for years at this point. I can see that from the fact that, like, I was mentioning that I lost this money last week. And I've been actually contacted by players that are not even in my same guild, or I don't even talk to that frequently. And all of them try to help me to go through what happened exactly, what to do, how to try to secure my wallet in order to not have it compromised. And these people I don't really talk to that frequently. I don't even know that much. I would have expected this from my guild, of course, because they're family to me. We are talking every day, we joke, we make fun of things, we compete, we swap, we trade things. But this happened with people I don't actually know that much. And that's something that underline how strong the DeFi Kingdom community is. We have players that have been here for 3 years, even during the bear market, even with the actual market condition where we don't have yet a really expensive token. We don't have price action that can recall in players that are in just for the run, let's say. So strong community. I honestly believe DeFi Kingdom has got one of the strongest community in the whole crypto gaming space. Then tokenomic. I'm gonna bring on screen a slide that is kinda famous actually. We all know it has been used a lot. But what's the actual tokenomic of Jewel? Jewel has been completely minted, so we know that there's not gonna be never again more Jewel, basically. The total max supply is actually really small because we are talking about 125 millions of jewels, and that's it. There's basically 40 million jewels that is locked. The circulating supply is just 72 millions and is getting burned constantly. I'm not sure about the exact amount of how much has been burned, but I remember seeing a number, seeing some figures months and months ago, and we were over the 2 million jewels burned for sure. And I believe that the more we go ahead, mathematically, the more we're gonna see burned, which means that less jewel is gonna circulate. Once a coin like this gets deflectionary, like jewel, it's normal that most of the community member wants to hold it because they know that in the future the value of the token is gonna forcefully go up. It cannot go lower because there's gonna be always less. We know how a deflationary token works. So let's the from the checklist, the box of tokenomic, I believe we mark it, we tick it straight away because actually the tokenomic of Jewel is crazy good. Then safe from scams and ducks. Okay, now I don't want to say that it's 100% safe, especially considering I fucked myself up last week. But I know that that didn't depend, of course, from the team or from the project, depended from me going to a wrong Synapse protocol website. So that was my mistake. Of course, I take responsibility for the bullshit that I've done. I know that the team in game is super careful about scams, hacks. They don't let in people who even feel slightly dodgy. We saw it happening with all the blow situation. They instantly took their distance from the blow project. They express how that has never been part of their project. They of course didn't expect it to turn into a bullshit. I don't want to say that was a scam, even if for me, from my personal point of view, it never felt like a secure investment. I honestly never liked the blow and its narrative, but I accepted this as part of something that actually the DeFi Kingdom community can create. So, safe from scam and hacks, I believe it is, or at least from what the developers do, it is. Then it's of course in the hand of the player, making sure that it doesn't fall, that any form of scam of hacks happen. We saw a lot of times inside this DeFi Kingdom's actual Discord server. Um, a lot of people who try, a lot of dodgy people who try to contact you when you request something in a support channel, and they get instantly banned as soon as the developers know that that these accounts contacted the person requesting help privately. They ban them, and it's gonna be like this forever because that's their mentality of work, and that's something really likable because you know that they do everything they can to keep the community safe from harm. Then has past result, as we were saying, Jewel in the past went up to $22 at the center point. God, if that happens, we all gonna be super happy if it happens again. But past result, I believe we have past result. We have a ton of past result. It's not just the price action of Jewel, it's even how much we play the game, how much we are into it, how much we burn heroes, how much we burn tokens, how much we compete in PvP. The airdrop, the donate 3 airdrop is started. There's a code phrase that I'm gonna release in a bit. Then, last point of the checklist is, has it credibility? I believe that with all the effort that this guy from the developer teams are putting in, going around the world, sponsoring this game, having other communities and other blockchains sponsoring part of the game, like we've seen the hunt raffles from Metis, from TD, from Clay. I believe this project has got a lot of credibility. Indeed, we all know that there have been some throwback along the way, but that happens with every project. In another 1 or 2 years from now, we're gonna all say, yeah, you remember when people didn't believe that DeFi Kingdoms could have had credibility, and instead we're gonna be there, we're gonna show how strong this community is, we're gonna definitely, absolutely prove that DefiKingdoms has got major credibility, and the price action is gonna prove it eventually, I believe. But this, as we were saying, is my personal opinion about the game. So once we checked all of these, I'm gonna move on the hunts. Today we're gonna do some hunts in game. If the game reacts to me clicking it, okay. Tavern, okay, we're gonna do some quick hunts. I don't know you guys, I'm struggling really a lot with the bot hunts lately. They're taking me a shit load of time. That said, honestly, before I used to make 10 bot counts in an hour. Now I'm making barely 5 bot counts in 2 hours and a half, and I'm there struggling and asking myself, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Okay. So before starting with this, I'm gonna dedicate 1 minute to today's commercial that is dedicated to my beloved friend Ultra.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Teach poker-paths to understand the power that's inside. Poker-paths, gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me, I know it's my destiny. Poker-paths, ooh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Poker-paths, gotta catch 'em all. Our hustle true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Poker-paths, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah. Every challenge along the way, with courage I can face. I will battle every day to claim my rightful place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. Arm in arm, we'll win the fight. It's always been our dream. Poker-paths, gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me, I know it's my destiny. Poker-paths, ooh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Poker-paths, gotta catch 'em all. Our hustle true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Poker-paths, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Yeah.
And welcome back. As you can imagine, this really quick commercial was dedicated to my friend Ultra Gringo, because he's the greatest collector of pets in the whole realm. He's the only owner of the only two crystal pet rocks existing in the game, which are ultra odd variances. He definitely loves that shit, and I really enjoy the fact that he's the greatest collector ever. So this was dedicated to him. I want to give a quick answer to IJAT. I believe that your jewel has been airdropped on the DFK chain. So just move your wallet on the DFK chain. I believe you can find in the official DeFi Kingdom Discord server your the address if you don't have it in your wallet. Uh, Simply connect to the network. I believe your airdrop is there. So for the airdrop you have already the code. There's a yeah, you got, yeah, you definitely gotta stop using your professional account. TJ. I believe you're TJ here, yeah, because I read Dr. T Trainer is cool, is cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if you keep using this account anyway. As I was saying on the donate live, you can simply add as passphrase the name of your favorite Italian host, just spell it numbers and letters all low cases. You're gonna claim your airdrop through that link. I believe that's the only thing you need to do to claim your jewels. And I believe it's around 4 or 5 jewels each, if I'm not wrong. So go there, just claim your jewels. Don't miss the opportunity. It's always something crazy and something extra to get. If it doesn't work, just let me know. I'm gonna double check if it's the right link. I never done this thing before, but it should work. That said, I'm gonna pop in a couple of hands. So these are gonna be board hands. I don't wanna make you look at me struggling while playing both hands, because that's really a pain in the ass. So we're gonna go for a level 20 hand, I believe. I believe actually, no, I'm pretty sure of that. Um, Let me see which skills I have selected here. Let me know which are your favorite builds for it. Speak fast because I've been a rapper for 20 years. Probably that's the problem. I don't have subtitles probably because my English is so broken that YouTube doesn't get it. But I can't be sure about that. Probably the subtitles are gonna get updated when the video is gonna be processed by YouTube. Usually that's how it works. Uh, So let me modify a bit the skills this hero has got. Now, under the suggestion of a couple of fellas from Mythic Squad, I'm trying to do the backhands with this set of skills, which is actually working slightly better. But my usual set is what I'm gonna show you now, which for me is the best one in most cases. I believe we're gonna get soon possibly a mechanic update where we're gonna get a bit of buff on some of the skills, or a nerf on the box possibly. Whatever of the two, I'm happy anyway. So let's start this hunt. Guys, I'm seeing people like Hope playing 48 hunts a day, and I'm there thinking, how the hell can you do that? Then I used to do it before, honestly. I used to do it when the one small stone skill tree and well, hadn't been nerfed yet, so it was definitely easier for me to uh, mm, let's say to play that way. But now that has been nerfed, I waste a lot of time on the bow hunts. I'm starting to think of doing the boar hunts first and get them all out of the way, and then the following day, if I have time, playing the bow hunts, even if the rewards for the bow hunts are definitely better than the ones from the boar hunts. So, usual composition, as you know, priest, archer, knight. I really like this composition. Sometimes I swap the knight for a warrior, which is another of the compositions that I love. I like going for the piercing shot, one small stone, three. Barrage is a great move, we all know that. I've been playing the JCL matches this Sunday against Star Libra, and I kept spamming barrage in every game, and that has been given me quite of an easy victory at a certain point, because I was keeping him so much under pressure. In PvP, barrage is really a devastating move. Not that marker Sant is not great, don't get me wrong, but having that measured damage spread across all of the opponent heroes is always a great move from my point of view. I know that their damage over time is cool, honestly, and even the nerfs to the evasion and the accuracy, that's great, but honestly I prefer that 600 damage coming in. And then whatever happens after, I don't care. So the boards look really pissed off at my knight, but that's not a big deal at the moment. What do I do? As usual, I try to bring to lower health board number 1. I try to damage as much as I can board number 2. Here I want to wait to go with the damage because I don't want to lose the knight. And then when the wild charge start to be channeled, I simply kill board number 1, hope to kill board number 2 in the same moment, and then I focused on mama board at the back. So at the moment there's not that much that I can do here because I'm taunted, so I'm gonna simply avoid wasting mana. Most likely the little boar will hit the knight in this turn and I'm gonna lose the taunt effect, but let's find it out. Yeah, happened already. It critted 227 damage straight away. Here another little bit of damage pops in. As you've seen, Nuzzle didn't came out yet. I want to try to bring in some damage on this one at the moment. Yo, I have the whole Jewelers Gaming Guild in, which I believe is mega actually. Just from a different account. Welcome, I'm gonna go like this. Welcome Mega to the stream. We're doing some hunts now. We've been talking about all the reasons why I believe that DefiKingdoms is gonna be a major player as a play to earn game in the next future. So now there's no taunt anymore. The wild charge is getting channeled. Unfortunately, it happened simultaneously with the Nuzzle, so we know that we need to hurry up in killing this boar. So we pop in some damage. That miss is really oh fuck, I don't like this miss. Okay, I'm happy for his miss, I'm not happy from mine. Double days, that's a bad hit. I wanna keep them full health. I'm gonna simply pop in an holy circle. Let's see, it's quite slow at loading, mostly because of the streaming. Okay, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 turns before Mama Boar stops being exhausted, which means now or never I need to kill this boar. I'm missing everything. Seems like there's no way for me to win this game. So let's try to damage it a bit more. Most likely I'll have to wait for another how is it called, another wild charge in order to kill this board, because I've missed 2 attacks one after the other. Has been quite sad to see. I don't have with the priest any move that is gonna make this guy 225 damage, so for sure we have to wait for the next round. So what do? We simply give mana to the priest because we don't want to go down. Then now I'm gonna get for sure a gore. Okay, not super damaging. So I bring back to the front the knight, cause I don't want the archer to be targeted by any attack possibly. simply we do this. And then at this point I want to try to go for a kill even when Mama Boar is not exhausted. So in order to do that, I have to try to blind Mama Boar. If I manage to blind her and she doesn't get the self-cleanse, which in my case she always does, if I manage to do that, I didn't get the blind, so it's not gonna happen. Yeah, this is the classic bad RNG that I always get. Now you understand why I struggle so much with the bog hunts, because this is my usual luck with RNG. So, what's the best way to do this? He cannot do Nazar for a while. So I'd say, let's damage as much as possible this boar. So what I'd like to do at this point is trying to kill them both at the same time. Why? Because at least I get only one rampage and not two. I should have enough healing potency to survive. He can do an headbutt, which I believe is gonna come now. Exactly. And he dazed me. Okay, fair enough, it happens. We give an olive beacon here. We want to keep them alive. So this hunt is only a matter of timing. I mean, you don't even need to go in with a huge amount of damage. What you need to do is time well things, which as you've seen doesn't always happen. I don't play pixels. A friend of mine showed it to me. I believe this is much more of a play to earn than pixels, in my honest opinion. But I'm not super expert about pixels, so don't take my words as gold. I can't be sure, but I believe DefiKingdoms has got a much higher trading volume in the ecosystem than Pixels. That's quite sure. Also, this is an RPG, a proper RPG, old style, with all the fantasy elements, the fighting elements. Is much more complicated as a game. So, if you want to understand how I do earn from DeFi Kingdoms, at the end of this stream, there's gonna be showed in the description a link to another of my videos where I explain all the ways you can earn from DeFi Kingdoms. So let's try to keep damaging that bok in the center. I know that soon is gonna come and probably in this turn is gonna come and heal on this bok, but I don't wanna kill it yet. We explained why. At this point, it's better to wait other 2 turns for the wild charge, keeping them low health. So we applied other 3 turns of 35 damage each turn, which is great. Now this one is gonna do Nadzol on this one exactly, which means that we can bring back some damage on this to keep it low health. Yeah, the streaming is definitely messing up with... Ah, classic knights. They miss every time you need them to hit. Classic knights. So I'm targeting with the sharpshooter the central block. I don't want to risk the killing it now and then getting the when getting exactly now it's gonna get that 300 damage, pretty fat damage. I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna bring this holy rat on the first block, on the first board, so that I don't risk killing anybody now and I don't get the reaction from Mama Boar. We all know that that's really annoying, especially now that my knight is not full health. Okay, and we even stunned it, so it's not gonna act next turn, it's not gonna heal the central board. There's still one turn before this happens actually, so here we need to be careful. So what am I gonna do? There's a 254 damage here. I'm gonna simply pop it on the mama board to avoid risky moves here. What am I gonna do with my knight? I'm gonna again give mana to my priest so that then I can heal the knight straight away, because possibly next turn Mama Boar is gonna channel a wild charge on me. I know that this bok is gonna get healed now, most likely that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, my memory on this laptop get really consumed when I play while I'm streaming, but it is what it is. So another holy beacon, which means we're gonna get some life back here. This guy's gonna get damage. He cannot heal. He tries a charm, it doesn't work. This one is gonna heal this one. We knew this was gonna happen. And this is the wild charge coming. That's like clockwork. So what do we do at this point? This is 182 HP. We cannot kill it straight away. But what we can do is try to daze the central one and damage it a bit. We didn't daze it, doesn't matter. Let's see if this guy dies now or dies next turn. I would prefer for it to die next turn, honestly, because then I can simply pop in a one small stone and damage both of them. Okay, probably my knight is gonna die now, although I have the opportunity of trying to save it. But what do? We save it or we make sure? No, we make sure that this board dies. So I'm gonna bring in some more damage on this block. I'm gonna sacrifice my knight, no problem with that. Okay, we got a really bad hit and I really need to hope that both board die now. Okay, at least one is gone. We didn't get a crit here, which is great actually. We don't have any more heal over time. He's lost a turn, doesn't matter. Now I need to hit. I cannot risk not hitting this one. Okay, this one is gone. It's time to heal myself. Absolutely. The code for the airdrop is 91 karmas, spelled 91 in numbers and karmas all low cap letter. Just click on the link, add the code, and you should be in for the airdrop. So what to do now? I need to give a mana potion on the breeze, otherwise we're gonna lose everything here. And wallet, you can use, I believe, any wallet that can connect on DeFi Kingdom chain, the FK chain. I believe the airdrop comes there. Okay, so the problem now is that I don't have mana, which... well, it's always like that. I mean, Mama Bor is like that. He's an annoying opponent to kill, but it's not dreadful. So I believe if slowly I'm gonna damage it enough. The issue here will be if I end up waiting for her to load another 101, 24, 47. I believe the best way to go with this is simply putting as much damage as possible on the mama board. And it's one gore. Oh, this is bad. But I have two heal over time here that are gonna most likely save my ass. And I believe Grant is coming soon. No, not yet. It can't use Grant. Okay, no, it used it already. Makes sense. Okay. I can't use another one straight away. I believe best solution at this point is keeping healing, using the mana to keep healing my archer. And now we have two heal over time, so we're gonna get back in. Probably I'm gonna pop the iron skin soon. Yeah, I know. Let's see. The problem when you don't kill the boss on the first wild charge is that most likely you're gonna end up without mana. When you end up without mana, you are forced to these basic attacks that are really not super threatening, which is something that happens actually in PvP as well. We saw it a lot of times with those games ending up in one versus one, all basic attacks until one of the two dies. That happens definitely. Okay, Grant again. But I didn't get taunted. Or at least I'm not seeing it yet. I resisted, okay. Perfect. Damn, this bleed damage is huge. And I still have got to make it 400 damage basically. Let's see what happens. Here we go, another wild charge. This might be the end of this hunt. Maybe not. There's a possibility. So, the gore stuff has got a 25% chance of dazing a channeling target. Let's see if it works. If it works, definitely. No, it didn't work. So, how much damage is it gonna make? Okay, we've lost the priest, and the archer is dying. This is not gonna end up well. So, I had 3 turns. I heard a weird noise that I don't know what exactly was, but I believe was an donate live thing. So it's 139 HP. It's frozen on the screen. That's it. Now it's gonna kill me. It killed me. Okay, it happens. Shit happens. It was one basic attack away. That's it, guys. Let's recap what we've been talking about today. So, what we said was that was all the reasons why we believe that DeFi Kingdoms has definitely got a future, and why is what's all the checklist of things to notice about it to make sure that we understand why that's one of the best play to earn around. Um, for those of you who are not familiar with it, uh, yeah, it's that close. I mean, yeah, you know how many times it happened to me that was that close, and then I simply got smashed by the boards last second for a couple of misses. I mean, I missed those 2, 3 attacks consecutively at a certain points. It's how life goes. RNG with me is like that. But I mean, we all know. Dr. Zipper one told me I've been lucky once. I'm never gonna be lucky again for the rest of my life because I focused all of my luck on that Excalibur drop that time. And since then, I actually rarely been really that lucky again. But you can't always be lucky. So what I was saying, we talked about what are all the reasons to that can bring us to consider why DeFi Kingdom is one of the best play to earn around, and why it's got a really bright future. Once again, guys, remember to click on the donate live link, and to make sure that you claim your jewel airdrop. Is around 4 or 5 jewel, is not huge amount, so just go grab them, it's free. And it's something extra. So remember, the claiming code is 91 karmas. Spell it all with lower caps and numbers. And other than that, guys, I'm gonna pop in the chat the link that you're gonna find even in the description, where you can find all the Mythic Squad clothing. So if you want to get one of these super crazy cool hoodies, go for it, guys. There's a lot of stuff there. Believe me, it's really worth it. I'm gonna add it in the chat right now. And that said, I believe it's time to wrap up this stream, even cause here it's time to cook and time for dinner for me. It's already 7:30 in the evening here. I know that you guys, for you, it's mostly morning for most of you. It's not for me, unfortunately. I'm gonna play again this hunt, but to not slow down the screen, I'm not gonna do it on stream, don't worry. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna see you again next week. As always, KARMAKAST is gonna come back around this time. I trying to schedule always for around 6:30 my time, and we're gonna have Oh, another somebody else claimed this airdrop. 1 p.m. there. Lucky you. Lucky you. For me, it's darkness here since already 4 or 5 hours. I really hate this aspect of winter. No, the aspect of it's always dark. I come from a sunny place. The code is 91 karmas. So you just write there 91 in numbers, karmas, lock up, no spaces. You just put that in and you're gonna claim your airdrop. Super easy. Guys, remember to claim it before the end of the stream or after if you manage to find the link again. And that's it, guys. Once again, thank you for being with me. I'm gonna add at the end of the stream a link to the videos where we were talking about all the ways you can earn through DefiKingdoms, of course, in game, so earning while playing. And that said, I'm gonna see you again next week. Thank you all for being here, and it's Karma's out.
With this squad, united by a bond, there's a corner of the kingdom where we won't reach your soul. No opponent safe. With Mythic Squad, better run and go hide in a cave. Ultra's got the best bets on the roads every land. People will hunt you down with this mythic dread. You know winning is our thing. We're still in the king. Every rap we win, step with us in the ring. Step with us in the ring. Mythic Squad, we will never be banned. Not from a bomb side or any mountain. Mythic Squad, every hero's on quest. Step aside, oh my friend, you will have to repent. Mythic Squad, we will never be banned. Not from a bomb side or any mountain. Mythic Squad, every hero's on quest. Step aside, oh my friend, you will have to repent. I'm with Moss in the pit, selling goons like PNC. Rod tossed on bus G's, we're the kings of the seven seas. Mythic Squad, we will fly high with the wings of a dragonfly. Mystery turn gives us powers, beat us up in the office hours. 100 bucks when it's made, Mythic swords in my hands, 91K. Thoughts guide us through the stages while we summon mythic sages. Dark nights, spellbound crazy. Mythic Squad will remain for the ages. Mythic Squad, no, we'll never be banned. Not